Alright, so this is a topic that has been on my mind for a while, and in this video I am finally going to go over why PC gaming versus console gaming is not even close at all. Now, if you do enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and ring the bell, and follow my TikTok at SonicEditYT. Anyways, let's begin the video. So, I'm gonna start off with console gaming and the negatives that I have. So, first off, one thing that I have that is a big issue with console gaming nowadays is the fact that you need to pay to play your games online, when back in the 7th generation with the PS3 and Xbox 360, this was never a thing. You never used to have to pay to play your games online and all that. And just recently, when I turned off the PSN network on my PlayStation 5 and then tried to play Marvel Rivals, it didn't work, so I had to turn on the PlayStation network. And back then, they never used to do this, and Nintendo and PlayStation, I don't know if Xbox does this because I don't know much about Xbox, but they probably do. But you have to pay to play your games online, when back then this never used to be a thing, and it's just really annoying. And although Sony is known for their single player adventures, it's just still annoying that you have to pay to play your games online. I think PlayStation Plus is a good subscription because, well, you're not being scammed and you get free access to thousands of games for that membership. So that is not a scam. But PSN, PSN Network, that is a scam. Literally, you should not have to pay to play your games online. But stuff like PlayStation Plus and Xbox Game Pass, yeah, that's totally not a scam. It's all good with that, but paying to play your games online is just annoying. Alright, and also another issue that I have is the physical game copies nowadays. Back then in the 7th generation, when you just wanted to play games, if you bought a physical copy from, let's say, Best Buy or something, and then you just wanted to pop your game into the PS3 or Xbox 360, you never had to download it, and then it would just load you into the game instantly. You never had to wait for it to download or do stupid update files and stuff like that. Everything just used to launch as a complete product with no updates, or they probably would have updates to the game, but with mini downloads that didn't cost much storage and take so long. But nowadays, nah, you have to sit there and wait for it to download. And on my PS4, which my PS4 takes forever to download stuff, by the way, because, there's a lot of games on it. So whenever I get a new game for, the PS4 or something, and I just put the disc in to play, or I'm just reinstalling an old game that I deleted for the sake of saving up storage, I will have to wait so long just for the game to be finished, an hour or so, depending on how big the game is. And for Call of Duty games nowadays, because we know how much those games take up on your storage for your console, you will have to wait so long, and I have to wait so long on my PS4. And I think how you have to wait for physical games to download nowadays and how much storage games take up, that is just annoying. And it makes sense if you have to download digital games, but for the physical games, I just want to get straight into the action and all that. And yeah, that's all the problems I have. Now I'm going to start talking about PC gaming. Okay, so now I am going to talk about PC gaming, and I literally have no complaints for this. So first off, you don't have to pay to play your games online. You have way more benefit as a consumer, and you don't have to use some stupid network to play your games online. And you also have a lot more storage and a better frame rate and performance than on the consoles for the 9th generation of gaming. And overall, you just have more benefit as a consumer and for your wallet. And also, we all know how the PlayStation 5 Pro, when it came out, costed around $700 and $1,000 in certain countries, which is the PS5 Pro is not a very good upgrade. And overall, if you just search up some PCs on Amazon, you could find it for like way less money than a PS5 Pro, or sometimes less money than a regular PS5. Here, I'm going to show you some examples. Right here, when I searched up a couple PCs, you can see all the prices for like $700, $600, $900, or some cases even $400. And I know there's like multiple stuff you have to buy for a PC to get it to run the way you want, and there's like a lot of components that build a PC, but most of these PCs for this price will have like most of the parts you need already in it, so it's just way more worth it to get than any of the consoles. And also the fact that on PC gaming, you can emulate any game that you want. Take a few minutes of setting it up, and boom, you can play games that aren't available on your console. So like if Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo doesn't want to put those games onto their console, you are limited to what games you can and cannot play. But on PC gaming, you have the freedom to play any game you want because of emulation and setting it up, and also that the fact that you have mod support on PC to like go back to some of your favorite games, or go back to games that aren't so loved and like mod them to improve it and stuff. Like, and you can play like certain fan games on PC. Like, for example, I think everyone knows about the story of Sonic 06's failure, but thanks to Chaos X, he created a fan project called Project 06 that fixes all the issues and everything, and guess what? You can play that on PC, but you can't play that on console because Sony and everyone aren't willing to put that onto their consoles. And you could mod, emulate, play fan games, play games that you cannot play on consoles and stuff like that. And overall, PC gaming is just so much better. Anyways, that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified for when I post future videos. Go follow my TikTok at SonicEditYT. I thank you all for watching, and yeah.